Every photograph and video footage you have ever seen exists because of three invisible forces working together: aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. This is called the exposure triangle. In this video, we will unlock the first corner, aperture, the gateway of light and one of the most powerful tools for visual storytelling. Aperture is the adjustable opening inside your lens, just like the pupil of your eye. When you stepped into sunlight, your pupils contract to reduce light intake. In a dim room, they expand. The camera's aperture works in exactly the same way, controlling how much light reaches the sensor. Aperture is measured in f-stops: 1.4, 2.8, 5.6, 16, and beyond. Here's the twist. Smaller f numbers means larger openings. For example, f2.8 is wide open, while f16 is almost a pinhole. Why is it inverse? Because an f-stop is a ratio. It is the focal length of the lens divided by the aperture diameter. A 50 mm lens at f2 means a 25 mm opening. Same math, different lens, but the ratio keeps exposure consistent across systems. Aperture directly affects brightness. Each full stop either doubles or halves the light hitting your sensor. Moving from f8 to f5.6 doubles the exposure. From f8 to f11 halves it. Think of aperture stops like volume knobs. Each step is a precise change in the intensity of light. Not just a guess, but a measurable scale. But aperture is more than exposure. It is a creative decision. Wide apertures like f1.8 give you shallow depth of field. Your subject stands out, while the background melts into bokeh. Perfect for portraits, cinema, or isolating details. On the other hand, small apertures like f16 or f22 create deep focus. The entire scene, foreground to background, remains sharp. This is essential for landscapes, architecture, and documentary photography. Every aperture choice comes with trade-offs. Wide apertures give more light but less focus range, while narrow apertures extend focus but restrict light, often forcing higher ISO or slower shutter speeds. Also, be aware of diffraction. At very small apertures like f22, light bends around the aperture blades, reducing overall sharpness. So, more depth of field doesn't always mean more detail. In photography's early years, lenses often had fixed apertures, which meant limited creative control. The invention of the variable diaphragm in the 19th century changed everything, giving photographers flexibility to shape both light and focus. Even today, in the digital era, aperture remains not just a technical setting. It is an artistic brush stroke defining modes, focus, and narratives. Same thing is applicable in videography or cinematography as well. So, aperture is the first key to mastering exposure. It is not just about how bright or dark your image will be. It is about what you want your audience to see and how you want them to feel. In the next video of this series, we will move to shutter speed, the tool that bends time itself inside your camera.